When you think about New Orleans in this season of your life, what is the first word that comes to mind?
Joy.
Joy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
I think that's
Why
something
is that?
special about our city. We've been through so much, which most people are asking, oh, well, you're so resilient, and they put these heavy words on us. But in reality, we're celebrating life.
From New Orleans, with the Forstalls. This is Local Legends. One-on-one conversations with some of New Orleans' most exciting and influential business owners, entrepreneurs, movers, and shakers. They're here to give their take on all things going down in the Big Easy.
How we feeling, New Orleans? There it is. That's the energy I want. I appreciate all y'all coming here. If you don't know who I am, again, my name is Jonathan Forstall. I am son to Chip Forstall, the man, the myth, the legend. He started his own law firm in 1997. And at that time, attorneys were starting to build commercials, and he saw that he needed to do that to stay competitive. But instead of doing what everyone else did, he created a commercial that was about New Orleans. It wasn't an attorney commercial, it was a New Orleans commercial. And that was the seed that really started and sprouted what we know today as the Chip Forstall jingle. And it was more than just a marketing campaign, or it was more than just, trying to get his name out there. It was a platform to elevate the talent of New Orleans. New Orleans people are the most unique in the world. And so this podcast is an extension of his vision. It's to further that, it's to highlight the talent of New Orleans. It's to really showcase their work and to give them a platform to be successful or to just tell their story. But in any event, y'all ready to get started? All right, let's get it going. First guest is known as the Songbird of New Orleans, a Lower Ninth Ward native and Louisiana State Music Ambassador whose Billboard-charting jazz EP put her on the map. Please welcome Miss Robin Barnes. Let's give it up for Miss Robin.
Hello, everyone. So I do this at my shows, and we're going to do it today. When I say feeling good, I want you to say feeling great. Feeling good? Feeling great. Okay.
I love that. I love your energy. I love your energy. How you feeling today?
Feeling good. Feeling great.
Good. Feeling great. That's right. That's right. When you think about New Orleans in this season of your life, what is the first word that comes to mind?
Joy.
Joy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
I think that's something
is that?
special about our city. We've been through so much, which most people are asking, oh, well, you're so resilient, and they put these heavy words on us. But in reality, we're celebrating life. We don't take a day for granted, and we're present. And that's the joy that we try to strive for every day.
I love that. The word joy.
Joy.
Reminds me of my two kids. Festival stage, intimate jazz room, or neighborhood crowd? Which one gives you the most energy?
I think being born and raised here, we make any room feel like New Orleans. So I have to say all of the above, because if it's a small room, I make sure people know I can see their faces. And if they're texting or not, hey, y'all looked up too. Oh, they're like, wait, is it me? From the from big festivals, I still am connecting with the crowd. So it's all of the above.
And I heard someone say the other day, and it really stuck with me, that New Orleans people don't observe the culture. New Orleans people are the culture.
Yes.
And that's part of what brings the energy to your stage, is the people, right?
Absolutely.
I do start all my podcasts with going way back to young Robin. And I did read a little bit of your story, and it was quite fascinating, but I wanted to dig into kind of how you started and how singing Ave Maria. You remember that?
Yes.
So I'm not going to spoil. I read the whole story, but I want you to tell a little bit about your first experience singing and how that kind of led you to, who you are today.
So I come from a large family. I'm the baby of 7. Wow. 6 are boys. And my father is right. My father's also a bass player, so music's been my whole life. And I've always been playing with my family's jazz band, but we started in church. I started in church with my family. And my first solo when I was 6 years old was Ave Maria. And I was so nervous, I closed my eyes the whole time. But when I opened them, people were crying because they were so moved by the song. They were so moved by my singing. And that's the first time I realized music can change you. And I was like, I want to do this forever. So that's my story.
And how old were you?
6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. If my 6-year-old told me she wants to do something it would be a different story. But Goodness. So what was going through your head at 6 years old and you're singing in front of an audience? How do you, tell me a little bit about after that happened, what was it that sprung you into.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw people crying, I was like, oh no, was it that bad? And then my parents were like, no, people were moved, and people come and hug me and tell me, keep going. And that's when I started being called the little songbird, pretty bird, little bird. I love my dad. And I always wanted to do whatever my dad does. My dad plays golf. I play golf. I was state champion. I was professional golfer. Wow. Music. My dad did music. I followed my dad with music. So I just always wanted to do things that were reminding me of my dad. And so when I was little, the fact that my dad said I did well, because usually my dad says one word, group text, everything. He'll just say, outstanding, to all my siblings. If they could be like, Dad, I just won this amazing thing, my dad's like, outstanding.
One word.
Be like, this girl broke up with me and everything's gonna go horrible. Outstanding. But me, my dad's like, that was amazing, baby. Oh my gosh, I hope you keep doing music. And I went, outstanding.
You mentioned the Songbird of New Orleans. So what does that title mean to you other than the compliment?
To me, that's the biggest achievement of my career so far, because as growing up in New Orleans, we have, Irma Thomas is the queen of soul of New Orleans. We have Shannon Powell, who's the king of the Treme. And when one of the mayors of New Orleans said, Robin, why aren't you just a songbird of New Orleans? Let that be your title. I said, okay, done. Trademarked. So
you got something big coming up.
Yes.
So yes, your debut album, upcoming album called Louisiana Love. I want to talk a little bit about that. You describe that as a tapestry of family, rhythm, and regional history. What message are you wanting people to hear from this album?
So this album is really going through the lineage of my family. I am a 9th+ generation Louisianian, and with that music, we have the Creole, we have the Cajun, and then we end with the New Orleans. Mm-hmm. So the album is just bringing people on a journey through our own lineage. And whether if you relate to the Creole, whether you relate to the Cajun, the Zydeco, or just the New Orleans, I want people to feel like they found their piece of home when they hear it. Because 3 years, I was intentional. Everything to the instrumentation was intentionally to bring joy. So whatever song you listen to, I want you to feel that joy.
Back to that joy. I love it.
Back to the joy.
I love it. You've also said that New Orleans is more than where you live. And I love this quote. It's part of how you see the world. What did you mean by that?
I think at the end of the day, whether you have health issues or whether you are losing your home, New Orleans lives in you. And it's how you are able to approach people. My favorite thing in the world, I tour the world. And the funniest thing is, they are so shocked by how warm I am. They're like, oh, you really actually are nice. And I'm like, okay,
but that's just normal for us.
That's just normal.
Yeah, in New Orleans.
My favorite thing is walking around and being like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, no, just say, hey, how you doing back? Or all right. You don't have to say, oh, I'm doing great. How are you? I'm like, no, just the acknowledgement. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
And that's actually pretty funny. I'm going to call out my wife on this. We were in Boston. This is the true story. We were in Boston, and my wife's never really traveled outside of New Orleans, so she's only known the New Orleans culture, and she goes and she says, hi, how you doing? And they look at her, and it's a different culture. It's a different people. So it's and that's what I really think makes New Orleans, New Orleans. My friend who lives outside of the state has always asked me, he said, why is New Orleans so different? Is it the food? Is it the music? I said, yeah, all that, but it roots with the people. And that's what makes us us. So I appreciate that.
I think New Orleans brings out the grit, if you will, because I know my city loves me, but you better believe if I do a song or a performance where I'm not giving my all or I'm not entertaining, they're going to look at you. They'll tell you if they're not entertained. They'll tell you if they're not enjoying it. And I think that's why it makes me a better performer, because I'm just me now. I've grown up performing from different people to different places, but in our city, you better be good if you're going to be a singer. You better be good if you're going to represent our city, and you better be one of the best. And that's kind of like, between the love, the honesty is real.
So I could see your confidence and your stage presence. Tell me a little bit about what goes, like before you get on stage, what you go through, your process, and all that stuff?
I'm always nervous before stage.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You do not come off that way.
It's just who I am. I am a hyper introvert.
Okay, really?
That's what it is. It's an optical illusion. So like if you see me right before stage, every one of my fans knows, don't talk to Robin before stage, because she's just gonna be like, hey, how are you? How are you? But then I've learned to actually accept those little nervous moments, and I embrace it. So instead of just letting it, if you will, paralyze me, I actually go out and see people. So like before we came on stage just now, I walked out and spoke to people. I was nervous. I was pausing a little bit, but I was getting over my feelings. I was like, nope, we're gonna say hey, we're gonna get through this. And it's one of those things where when you connect with people, it gives you that energy to know you're continuing to connect with them even through the show.
When audiences hear you sing, they hear elegance, they hear power, they hear range. What do you most hope they feel when they leave your performance?
My intention for every show is to get people to stop thinking about what is worrying them. I want to take them on a journey or an experience that just takes away their pain, their stress, and just be present in the moment. That's why I always joke about the text messaging, because I'm just like, whatever it is, let's just pause for a second. Let's connect through music, because music is healing. And let's do that together.
I love that. I love that. You and I share something in common, a couple things, but
what? You sing too?
No. No. That's why me and my dad get artists on. We don't sing. We don't sing. But we're both parents. How has becoming a mother changed the way you think about culture, legacy, and what you're building in this city, in this community?
Being a mother has really, I would say, has forced me to really strive on preserving our culture, being a part of that generation that cares about what are we leaving behind, but also what are we teaching our children. When I started on this debut album, it was because I was sick. I had a tumor, and we weren't sure if it was cancerous. And at the time, I had a realization. My family passes everything down from eldest daughter to eldest daughter for the last 9 generations.
Wow.
And when my mama passed after Katrina, it was the time I was supposed to learn the recipes. So there went 9 generations of recipes. I learned firsthand the unfortunateness of loss. So when I found out about my tumor, I was like, how am I gonna, I thought I had a whole life to give these stories to my daughter. She's only 3. How am I supposed to give her 9 generations of storytelling at 3 years old? So I started on this process of creating a multimedia, if you will, my version of oral tradition through music. That's why I said I was intentional with every song, from the African, starting with the Skull and Bones, to the Creole, to the Cajun, to the Zydeco, and then with New Orleans, showing the array of our culture. And at the same time, I documented everything, every person I interviewed, because I want to have something of that for them to have. But I will say, through this whole process, every single artist has been so profoundly moved by the search of home, connecting to their roots, finding their roots. It's been overwhelming, and the album hasn't even come out yet. People haven't even heard how much I put into it, but they see the intention with all the stuff I'm putting out on Instagram. Everyone is seeing, we didn't know Robin did Zydeco, but we're gonna follow her. But it's just one of those things where it's not just one thing, it's everything. It's our roots, and that's what I'm passing down to my daughters.
I love that, and I'm so excited to hear your album. In fact, I think the audience would like to hear a little snippet of...
Would you like to hear a little bit of it?
Come on, y'all.
Bees all tenor, stones all glass. Mardi Gras and Camden, we done made them mad. Boy, they got fire all over this town. Them engines coming, and they won't bow down.
This is Big Chief coming up.
Yeah. Get yourself together. Bring it to the world. Let them know where you come from and who you are. And believe me, you are the one.
I put my hands up stop moving.
Amazing. Let's give it up for Miss Robin Bowman. From Kenner to the heart of New Orleans, my next guest is an artist who's been pushing bounce forward with EDM energy. Viral records like Pop It and Pump It Up. Make some noise for my guy, BJ So Cold.
We not tripping.
Come on.
We chopper bopping. Yeah, you're right. Now. We chopper bopping. You ready?
Man, I'm a little starstruck. I'm not even gonna lie. Look at you.
I think I'm starstruck.
Man, you look good. Come on.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
Hey, you're right. Hey, you're right. What's going on in BJ's life today?
Busy working, music, just doing what I love. So thankful to be in these kind of rooms. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good out here? All right, there we go.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me. It means so much, my man. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with Robin. We're going to start with some rapid fire questions. So let me ask you, what hit you first on stage? Is that beat that hit your chest, or was the crowd yelling the hook back at you?
I think it's the crowd yelling the hook back
I can see
because
that.
I've worked on a beat so much, so now I want to see the reaction. So if the crowd already knows the song, it kind of like it's heartwarming. It makes you feel good, and it just boosts your energy. Like, all right, they know me, so let me carry this right quick. You know?
I got you. I love that, and that's my kind of music. If I could listen to a song and be smiling after, that's my style. All right, so if you had to describe your sound, and your vibe in 3 words, what word you selecting today?
My sound and my vibe.
Your sound and your vibe.
Swag, laid back, creative.
Creative.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be creative.
Oh, I would say different. I think I'm very different for bounce.
Okay, what makes you different?
I don't think I do nothing of the norm.
I like that.
I'm gonna make my people that's here laugh. Like, it could be summertime, I probably got on a big jacket and just some big pants, some boots. You know, I'm just gonna wear what's comfortable for me. I really don't care what nobody thinks.
I love that.
So I have my own style. I think that makes me unique. I'm always standing out for some reason, and it's not on purpose though. I just be BJ.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And you being this, different and being yourself, you feel like that's helped your brand?
Definitely. It has become a part of my brand. So it's expected. People just like, now when they see me in something, it's not so much of a shock. It's like, all right, what BJ got on today?
Gotcha.
Like, what he doing?
You ain't showing up regular clothes. Something's wrong if something you show up in regular clothes.
Yeah, something gonna be a little weird.
I got you. All right. So let's get into it. You described your path into bounce as something that sharpened after you lost to your buddy Scooby.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that and how that moment changed your sense of purpose as an artist.
So my friend was Magnolia Scooby. He was epileptic, so he suffered from a seizure in his closet one morning. And I'm guessing nobody was able to get to him. But to make a long story short, we lost him. So he was the pioneer of YouTube. Before there was all these different platforms, my friend would, we would link up on weekends. He would come back and forth from Houston. This is before and after the storm. He ran the only page where you can find bounce. So when you go to YouTube and you're looking for the Big Fridas and the Katie Rays and Sissy Nobies, you had to go to his channel because he was a big movement for bounce to go around the world through YouTube. And of course, then a lot of platforms came after his passing. So prior to him passing, I was already in the process of practicing and just doing stuff, beating on trash cans, playing around the house. He'll make fun of me saying, oh, they gonna laugh at you, they gonna do this, you're not ready. Like, just making me get better with it, So I would just continue playing and watching him do it. I just was a part of the culture. I have always been a part of bounce. Even through my family and my sister when they were dancing with Tech Full Records with Jubilee. I was a young kid, but I remember these things. So to grow up and be who I am now is like really like, it's surreal to me. But when Scooby was showing me a lot of these YouTube things and how he was uploading the bounce music, and I saw the views, and he taught me about stats and getting views and what I would need to do. So I was so focused on YouTube at the time when I first made my first song. But at his repass is when I actually stepped up and had the courage to get on the mic. It was at a DJ in New Orleans Uptown, and all the bounce producers were there. So I just got on the mic, I did my thing, and when I got off the mic, all of them just was lined up like, BJ, you need to come to the studio. You need to come to the studio. So from that moment forward, I went to the studio, I made a few songs, and I just been doing it ever since. I never stopped.
All right, you said you wanted your music to reach all ages and not lean hard on negativity. Yeah. And I love that. And we just talked about that, how, you want to feel good after the song, right? Be smiling after the song. But why is that important to you to not lean hard on negativity and to reach all ages?
I was inspired by one artist, like Sissy Nobi. I felt like Nobi was able to keep up with every generation and just put out a hit song no matter who's hot at the time. So my goal was to try to keep that trend for myself. when TikTok came, I didn't realize TikTok was just so many young people on there until I actually went out and I was being embraced by so many crowds of young kids. And, they was just like, oh my God, can you sign this? Like, it was just shocking to me. Once I realized what my music was doing, I actually went back to the studio and I strategically thought my songs through. Like, nothing I do and put out is not thought through. So my goal to myself and my challenge to myself was, go give the same energy every other bounce artist is doing, but don't curse and don't talk about sex. And that was a big challenge, and I did it. And when I executed it, Pump It Up has become one of my biggest songs in my life. And this song is 3 years old, and it's trending all over again. So music is timeless. So now I feel like I make family bounce music. I got people, I'm watching videos with people with their mom and dad and their kids. Everybody is in the video. That makes my heart smile because people are not close anymore. We all know that. But to see my song trending and to see so many families, because you need a partner to dance to my song. So they pulling in their parents, and then when I go in public, they're like, oh, my kids love you. I was like, well, do you love me? Yeah, we do. We do too. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, that's what I want to keep doing.
I want you to talk about really the power of TikTok, because I know you came and did your debut right before TikTok started. So you're kind of in the right position at the right place at the right time.
Right time.
So tell me a little bit about how that platform,
My song Jose was the first song to trend on TikTok. I didn't understand TikTok too much. I'm a little older, so I was like, all right, I had to get hip to it also. So I did, though. I'm an artist. I have to. That's what the now is. So once I saw it, I was like, okay, so what do I do with this? I got an amazing team that I work with. So I just took pride into TikTok, reposting, resharing. Now, the only thing I think I still lack is just being in front of that camera all day. Like, oh my God, I just need to work. I mean, I feel like, yes, but I can't see me just jumping in front of a camera all day. Like, come on. But it's necessary now. And when I'm promoting my music, I'll do it. But TikTok has shown me a way to gain a fan base that actually and truly loves you for what you do. So now when I go out in public, a lot of my fans are not just from Instagram. They're from TikTok. And I gravitate to them even more because the love is so real. They make me feel like a big superstar. Like, I want to be as big as the Beyoncés and everybody else, but like to see it in my city and when I go out and to see the way I'm embraced, it's like, gosh, like, I'm holding up the store and all this and I can't do nothing. I'm like, everybody want a picture, they running up. I love it though. And it tells me a lot about myself. So it's a humbling experience and I'm thankful for TikTok. Trump, please don't take it.
Come on now. You've talked about wanting to build your own label and marketing company. Big aspirations, big goals, big dreams. I love that. My father will tell you that I have big goals and aspirations too. So we share that in common. But tell me a little bit about what ownership, starting your own label, starting your own marketing company, what does that mean to you in this stage of your career?
I think it just means opening more doors for the next generation. I'm a big helper. I have a big heart. I like to give. I like to help. I like to uplift. I find myself helping people more than I help myself. So, yeah, I know, right? And these days you have to be careful who you're helping, but we'll get into that another time.
No.
But I think, what I want to do is I want to open a space. I want an event space. I want a place where people can come and have events. Parties. New Orleans is a party city where I'm an entertainer, so of course I want to have a party place. I want to have a creative space where you can come and make videos, do content, hold seminars. I want to be the person to teach artist development because I'm learning from my team. I want to pass that on to the next people. Like, these are the things you should do and shouldn't do. Don't make the mistakes I made. I want to host these seminars at a place that I own. So these are things I want to do. You'll be able to record. You'll be able to be a full-out entertainer, artist, and still have events at my place. So... yeah.
I love that. That's kind of a new. I mean, did they have anything like that in New Orleans?
Well, they do. It's not many, but they're starting to emerge slowly, and I think I want to join in on the fun.
I know you like to be different. You gonna do anything different?
It's definitely gonna be different. I haven't got that far yet, but just know it's gonna be different.
Oh yeah.
And I need y'all at my grand opening, okay? When I do it, y'all
right.
y'all gonna come support me?
Hell yeah! Come on.
All right.
Come on. Well, thank you so much, BJ.
Thank you.
Cool. So we got one more thing. So BJ here is going to help us out with a little rendition of the Chip Forsstall jingle. You hear that, Pops? You going to get up here and sing too? No.
Oh, so wait, can I do something? Well, we're going to start it up, but I got a volunteer that's ready already.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
She's
right.
good.
She's good,
She's
huh?
good.
We got the next Chip Forsstall jingle artist on it?
We'll see.
Are you ready? You ready?
I'm ready. You gotta.
You got an
injury, big or small.
Yeah. Come on.
Say some, y'all.
Chip Forstalls.
Yeah, come on, come on. You gotta, yeah.
Chip Forstalls.
Who you gonna call? Come on.
Take care of it all.
Yeah, what you say?
No matter what you're going through.
Come on.
He always gonna be with you.
Big or small.
Chip
You got
Forstalls.
Yeah.
Take care of it all.
Who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? Chip Forstalls, come on. Who you gonna call? Same song, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all like this?
Chip Forstalls.
Come on. You gotta, come on. Got an injury? Is it big or small? Come on. Tell me who you gonna call? Chip Forstalls. You gotta rock with it.
From NOLA with the Forstalls is presented by Jonathan and Chip Forstall. Executive producer, Mona Lisa Johnson, Sierra Media Productions. Host, Jonathan Forstall. Casting director, Jonathan Thomas, Ascension Branding and Marketing. Post-production editor and voiceover talent, Matt Pawlowski, Redline Studios in New York City. Produced by Ascension Branding and Marketing and Sierra Media Productions. Thanks for listening.